there is still far too many cars around.
More cycling, more public transport, less cars on the road.
Having more bikes on the streets, having less cars is, I think, also very important to tackle the climate crisis.
I would love to see more bicycles cycling around in Edinburgh safely.
So I come to critical mass, usually with my son, to claim space for him so that in future he'll be able to cycle through Edinburgh without a care in the world, and it'll be safe and he can have fun.
I just want Edinburgh to be safer to be able to ride my bike and for my kids to ride their bikes.
I think critical mass is fun and it supports safer cycling and safer streets.
Safer roads, better cycling conditions.
A cycling-friendly Edinburgh city.
It's nice being able to cycle in the middle of the city without feeling like I'm going to die at any moment.
It's really important we get better cycling infrastructure so everybody can enjoy cycling in the city.
We need to show the council that we need more than lines on the road.
And we're going to vote for whoever does the right thing. Cyclists are an important part of the city.
And we should be respected on the roads.
I think this is a city very suitable for bicycle.
It's also a good opportunity to know the city, to know new people.
To try something new for fun. To meet other cyclists, basically. And cycle through the beautiful streets of Edinburgh together.
To build confidence, for us to feel safe that we can cycle on main roads.
Great community coming together, fighting a cause.
The community and just the mood of it is just great.
Because this wee one here needs to learn all about cycling and the importance of the environment, and how through good relationships and a little bit of cheer and a little bit of laughter we can all work together to make this place so much better.
Critical mass is actually a lovely social event as well. Everyone's so easy going and it's everyday cyclists. It's not people dressed like they're taking part in the Tour de France.
So I live in Edinburgh, I cycle a lot in Edinburgh. My friends and family, I've been trying to get them to come as well, and I work at the airport and there's so many people there, I'm just trying to get more people to cycle as well.
It's a protest, but it's a friendly protest in Edinburgh, which is a glorious city and that just needs better cycle infrastructure.
Because of the poor level of infrastructure, especially linked up, and especially for people my age and particularly women. I come once a month to do this because it highlights the amount of people that do cycle and that do want that kind of infrastructure, and we're just not getting it.
Because I feel passionate about cycling in Edinburgh. It's a beautiful city and we should feel safe cycling around this city.
Cycling has been like a huge part of my experience in Edinburgh, and yeah, it would be cool to see safer streets, and you know, it's also fun to come out and just, you know, bike in a big group.
As you'll see today, I'm riding around with my kids in my cargo bike. I love cycling around the city. I'd love for them in a few years to be able to ride with me on the roads. Right now I just wouldn't feel safe having them riding their own bikes with me around Edinburgh.
Because it's full of beautiful people, and the energy is great, and it's an amazing day out.
There's good music, it's a good vibe.
Real music. I think it's incredibly empowering because suddenly we can occupy the road, and when you're cycling on your own or in a small group, it doesn't feel like that.
I love that cycling is good for the planet.
This is my cargo bike. I love cycling. I love being able to see nature all around me. I love that cycling is good for the planet. The Route 61 cycle path is quite exciting as it crosses roads and a train track. We can see lots of traffic jams. The Route 61 cycle path goes through lots of nature, which I love.
was sick of having to choose between dark, unlit off-road paths and competing with vehicles with unreliable drivers on busy roads. If you make it safe for me 24 hours a day, it's going to be safe for everybody, man, woman or children.
I came to this ride because I want to support other women to have the freedom to ride bikes at night as well.
I have come tonight to support the efforts for improvement of the infrastructure for young girls, ladies, so that we could improve the cycling experience for everyone in Edinburgh.
You know, it's dark at night, but also during the day there is a lot of quite inconsiderate driving for motorists. My commute is quite far, and I cycle to get to work, and I cycle to go shopping, and I cycle to see my friends, and I just would like to have it safer for everybody, and for women in particular.
I'm not confident getting around the city on my bike because I don't feel safe. Just coming today, me and my dad were almost hit by this van and just came into the cycle path, and it was just too close, and this just happens too many times. I love coming on these rides because the energy is just amazing, and we're all here to do the same thing.
And I would like safer streets for cycling on for when I've got friends or children in the bike.
Nowadays, if you ask somebody in the street what they think about cycling, well, they'll say cycling is healthy, and they'll probably say I'd love to cycle if it was a bit safer. But if you go back to 1977 when we started, you ask someone what they thought about cycling, they'd say, oh, that's out of date. So it's a completely different climate. We've got two main objectives. One is to influence councils and government to create better conditions for getting about by bike. Our other main objective is to encourage individuals to use bikes for their everyday journeys. But we also put a big effort into something else that's perhaps a bit more unusual, which is trying to create a political climate which is favourable to cycling, which understands the value of cycling, understands the demand for better cycling conditions.
So the first stuffing here was January the 30th, 1988. This is the main way that Spokes puts its information out.
I think it's important because it gets everybody of all ages out on their bike in the morning. The kids love it because they get to have fun with their friends before they go to school. It's really good for their health. It gets everybody's legs pedalling before work or school. It's also great for giving people an opportunity to see what it'd be like to reduce their carbon emissions from their travel, and it's also just generally good for the community that we all live and work in.
Why do you come on the bike bus?
It's fast. It's better to be eco-friendly than just going around and polluting. It's more eco than electric cars, and I get to cycle with my friends because I find it fun to ride a bike early in the morning on the way to school. I just like cycles.
3 kids. I think it's just important that kids see it as a normal activity to cycle to school.
I wish children could get to school without having to go as a pack, but until such times I think it's a good way to get them into school safely.
I'm about to crash into that outback.
It's great for our streets, it's safe, it's great for the environment, it keeps us healthy, obviously, and it's great that the kids know that they've got friends and all do it with, and they're all in it together, and they'll have a lot of fun.